Imagine meeting a woman who is one step away from turning 60. You look at her and automatically give her a maximum of 40. This incredible woman's name is Carrie Gross. Her energy, figure, posture, and gaze all speak of youth. However, the most remarkable aspect is not her appearance, but the way she lives her life. It's not about using miracle products or expensive treatments. It's about implementing a simple yet effective system that she has been following for years. And today you will learn what habits exactly allow Carrie Gross not just to slow down aging, but literally to go against it. Watch this video to the end. It will be interesting and useful. So, let's get started. The first is her attitude toward age. Carrie doesn't fight age or try to ignore it. She accepts it as a natural process, but she doesn't let it dictate her life. This is crucial. The stress of fear of aging itself accelerates biological aging. When you stop perceiving age as an enemy, you free up energy for real actions, health, movement, and development. The second foundation is movement. Carrie actively trains in the gym, and it's important not just to go occasionally, but to do it systematically. With age, muscle mass naturally decreases, and if it's not maintained, the body begins to lose strength, metabolism slows, and the body ages faster. Strength training isn't about bodybuilding, it's about preserving youth at the cellular level. Practical conclusion: if you're over 35, you need strength training at least 2 to 3 times a week. Not cardio to the point of exhaustion, but resistance training. Start with basic exercises: squats, deadlifts, push-ups. Even just using your own body weight will yield results. Your goal isn't just to move, but to create a load to which your body will adapt. But the key isn't just in the training, but in the approach. Carrie doesn't train to the point of exhaustion. She tracks her progress and listens to her body. One of her simple yet powerful tools is taking regular photos. It seems trivial, but it's actually one of the most honest ways to see changes. The scale can lie, and your sensations can change, but visual dynamics are a real indicator. Take photos every 2 to 4 weeks in the same lighting, and you'll see how your body is changing. While we fear old age, our bodies are under stress, which accelerates the aging process. Carrie, on the other hand, views age as a resource. She knows her body, understands its needs, and doesn't try to overdo it, but she also doesn't allow herself to be lazy. Get into the habit of taking photos of your body once a month in the same lighting and pose. You'd be surprised how many changes you can notice from the outside, even when it seems like nothing's happening. It's the best motivation to keep going. Now about nutrition. Carrie pays attention to protein, and for good reason. With age, protein needs increase because it's harder for the body to maintain and repair tissue. Protein isn't just for muscle, it's also for skin, hormones, and immunity. If you don't get enough protein, aging accelerates. Practical advice: aim for 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. This can be achieved through regular food, eggs, fish, meat, cottage cheese, or by adding protein supplements if needed. But nutrition isn't just about macronutrients. It's important that her diet is balanced. This means no extremes, no strict diets, no constant breakdowns. She eats in a way that can be maintained for years, and that's the key. Longevity isn't built on short-term efforts, but on sustainable habits. If your diet doesn't last 5 years, it doesn't work. Another underrated factor is time outdoors. Carrie spends a lot of time outdoors, and this directly impacts her health. Sunlight is the main source of vitamin D, which is critical for immunity, strong bones, and a positive mood. Fresh air oxygenates the blood, and a change of scenery relieves mental stress. Natural light regulates circadian rhythms, improves sleep, and quality. Sleep is the foundation for recovery and hormonal balance. Plus, moving around in the fresh air reduces stress. The practice is simple. Spend at least 30 to 60 minutes a day outdoors, preferably in the morning. 30 to 40 minutes of brisk walking in the fresh air every day can do wonders for your well-being. It's also worth mentioning her mindset. Carrie thinks positively, but not in the everything is good even if it's bad way. She has a mature optimism, the ability to see opportunities and not dwell on the negative. Chronic stress is one of the main accelerators of aging. It affects hormones, inflammation, skin condition, and even DNA. Therefore, working with your mindset isn't just psychology for the sake of psychology, but a direct contribution to physical health. An interesting point is her approach to progress. She doesn't compare herself to others, but tracks only her own changes. This relieves pressure and makes the process sustainable. When you compare yourself to others, you're always either dissatisfied or complacent. When you compare yourself to yourself yesterday, you grow. Another important principle is consistency, not perfection, but consistency. Carrie doesn't do everything perfectly every day, but she does it often enough for it to yield results. This is something most people underestimate. One perfect day changes nothing, but 200 good enough days change everything. It's also important that she enjoys the process. It's not a punishment, not a must, but a part of life. If you have to constantly force yourself, the system won't work for long. Find an activity you enjoy. The gym, swimming, walking, dancing. It doesn't matter. What's important is that you want to repeat it. Now let's break it down into concrete steps you can implement right now. First, add 2 to 3 strength training sessions per week. Second, increase your protein intake to an adequate level. Third, start tracking your progress through photos. Fourth, spend time outside every day. Fifth, work on your mindset. Remove constant negative influences. And sixth, build a system you can maintain for years. Carrie Gross's story isn't about a unique person, but about a set of principles that work for anyone. Yes, everyone has a different starting point, but the direction is the same. Aging isn't something that just happens to you. It's a process you influence every day with your decisions. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful.